My wife used to be like, why do you hate taking requests so much? And I gave her that exact example. I can take a request up to a certain extent. If I'm in an Afrobeat segment, right? Do not come up to me asking me to play Britney Spears. Because how the hell? I have no problem with playing this. I love playing me some Britney. But if I am playing Afrobeats, if I'm playing WizKid.
Toxic? They were toxic?
How the hell am I going to transition from WizKid or from Burna Boy into Your Love Is Top? How the hell am I going to do that? Welcome to another episode of No Foul Zone Reacts.
Yes, sir.
Your girl DJ L.A.
DJ Delboy in the building. What's happening with my peoples?
What's going on, peoples? What's going on, Brody?
Listen, we gotta talk about the Jimmy Kimmel stuff, right?
Hey,
y'all
let's get it.
Listen.
Let's get it.
We gotta just bang straight dive into the BS.
Pow, right in the kisser.
Because this man got fired. And then he came back like 2 weeks later, like, oh yeah, by the way.
Was it 2 weeks? I thought it was like a week. Or not even a week, like a couple of days.
Think about it. He had canceled that Saturday.
Yeah, it was probably about 2 weeks.
He missed the Saturday.
After the situation with Charlie Kirk, because that's why he got fired for saying things about Charlie Kirk, and then he got fired, and because his Charlie Kirk's been dead about what, 2 weeks now, maybe a week, 2 weeks, yeah.
And the sad part is he didn't even say anything discriminatory. Like, he never shunned the man. He never said nothing like, "Oh, I wish this upon him" and all this. He never did nothing crazy. He just said a lighthearted joke, and they was like, "No, you're fired." You know, I feel bad for the people who flew all the way to see it live.
Yeah.
You had people coming from Germany, Spain. Yeah, I'm got tickets to go New York for 4 days. And one of those days is to see Jimmy Kimmel live. I'll reimburse me.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say, because I'll sue the station.
Everybody
NBC, ABC, whoever it was. You guys, I'm suing somebody.
Everybody.
You about to be on Judge Judy talking about, oh well, nah. You know,
Judge Judy, dog. Not Judge Judy, dog.
I'm telling you.
Honestly, like, and I mean, like, I don't think we discussed the Charlie Kirk situation, right? And I think the reason why we haven't is because I would think that we're both on the same page with it, but I feel like I have to be careful of what I say, right? Like, but how can I'm trying to find it, be nice. I'm finding it. Be nice. I'm finding it.
I just want to say that.
I'm really trying to find a way to say it without sounding like an asshole, right? We all understood. When I say we all, I mean the Black community, the minority community. We all understood what Charlie Kirk was about, right?
Yes.
And we all knew, after watching some of his teachings and listening or seeing some of his tweets, we all know his stance on gun control. And I'm going to just leave it at this, right? I was always told that if you live by the gun, you die by the gun. And a lot of people may think that, oh, okay, well, that's gang-related activity. No. If you are so adamant about gun control, and, yes, I get upholding your First Amendment right. Is it the First Amendment right, or is it the second? No, the second is freedom of speech.
Second.
Right.
Yeah.
Was it?
No, it was this. I think it's.
This is so bad.
Listen, don't ask me.
Like, come on, L.A. Look, man. Hey, look. It's somewhere in there, right?
It's somewhere right to bear arms. Right, the right to bear arms.
It's somewhere in there. And while I get the fact of protecting your family in necessary situations, this whole situation with Charlie Kirk, sir, you did it to yourself. And that's all I'm gonna say. You did it to yourself. Because this was the same man that said it has to be mass killings every year for Americans to uphold their right, to bear arms, then so be it. And it just so happens that you were one of those casualties. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. I think I speak for all the real black people when I say it ain't got shit to do with us. I think that's our mentality for the next couple of years, right? Or the next 4 years, if we're being honest. It ain't got nothing to do with us.
I think that's you. I don't know if you've seen this skit, right? And I might go a little off topic, but it's a skit from like Saturday Night Live, right? And they did a skit where you had 2 black reporters, 2 white reporters, right? And the white reporters was like, well, this man was in a 4x4 Jeep and the suspect was white. And the black reporters was like, woo, child, we knew that wasn't us. Like, now I go back to the point where anytime you see mass shooting, I feel like every black person be like, woo, child, you know that wasn't us. You know what I'm saying?
What's wild is that when I heard about it and when I saw it, because unfortunately, yes, I did see the video. And I will say this. It was very disturbing. It was very disturbing. So. I had to cleanse my eyes, say a prayer because it was very disturbing. However, as soon as I saw that was the first thing I was like, that ain't us. I know that ain't us. You want to know how I know that ain't us? We ain't got they ain't got shit to do with us.
Listen, and the sad part is
why are we?
The sad part is so many people of color, of ethnicity, gender, of whatever you want to call it, wanted this man gone, right? It is what it is. I'm not one of those people, but there's a lot of people that be like, I want this man gone, right? He caused a lot of trouble. He's done blah, 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 blah. But the fact that all the trouble you cause for other ethnicities, of immigration, of importees that come into the United States, and whatever the case may be, all the trouble you've done has now come back on you.
And it goes back to what I
your
said.
Own race, your own brother in your minds, your own fellow brother, your own fellow
right wing,
was it NRA, the NRA
right wing conservatives
that took you out.
Yep. All because you weren't conservative enough.
And now all I can say is condolences to him and his family, condolences to what they're going through, because I wouldn't wish that upon nobody. I really wouldn't. But you got what you deserve. I'm just saying, I'm just laying it. You got what you deserve. So that's exactly what you deserve. Simple as that.
See, you're better. You're so much better than me. You're so much better than me.
Try to be nice.
You know what? Listen. Be nice. I'm finding it. No,
right?
You
That's
know
what I'm saying. I had to find it for you.
Let me rephrase that. The only people that I feel sorry for is his children.
Yes.
Okay? It's his children.
Yes.
And the reason why I'm seeing his children,
without a father.
They are lost without. Yes, they don't have their father. But I don't know if you saw his memorial or his funeral service.
I did not.
My boy.
I did not. I rather shoot nickels and dimes on the corner.
No. Well, I didn't watch it. No. I didn't watch it. I just saw clips of it on social media. And then I'll be honest. Yes, I went to, because I wanted to make sure I wasn't tweaking, right? Like this wasn't some AI generated. And then I saw it on YouTube. I was like, oh, okay. But like I said, I didn't watch it in its full. I just wanted to make sure that it was the actual clips that I saw. So that's why I went on YouTube, because I feel like I had to explain that. But have you ever watched Scandal?
I think so.
Okay. Has Wifey ever watched Scandal?
I can't remember. I don't know.
Okay. Now, listen, everybody that knows me knows that I love me some Shonda Rhimes. But I've seen enough Scandal to be like, you know what? Where is Olivia Pope? Because this don't seem right.
Not Olivia Pope.
Because where is Olivia Pope?
Oh my gosh.
Bro, his funeral, the way his wife carried herself, it was giving very much Luna Vargas. Unless you've seen unless you've seen Scandal, you wouldn't get that reference. But for our listening audience or our audience that's watching, if they've seen Scandal, they would very much get that reference. It's giving Luna Vargas. So just to give you some context, Luna Vargas was the wife of, after President Grant was, finished his term. I believe it was, what's his name? Her name, sorry. Melly. Melly was running, and she was running against Frankie Vargas, who is Luna Vargas's husband, right? And he was, he got his, he won the election, and he was given his victory speech. And Papa Pope, aka, well, I don't know if he was command of B613 at the time, because I can't remember verbatim, but Papa Pope pretty much took this man out, like shot him right under the podium. Sorry if I'm giving away context, or sorry if I'm giving away everything. Shot him, took him out 3 times. A bullet to the head, bullet to the chest, something. Just took him out. But Luna Vargas was in on it. And the reason why she was in on it was because she knew that when Frankie was murdered, or, when Frankie died, she would be able to run for vice president with Melly. So she kind of knew, or she didn't plan it, but she knew that he was going to get killed that night, right? That's what I mean by it's giving very much, what's her name? Erica Kirk, Charlie Kirk's wife, was giving Luna Vargas. It was almost like, not saying that, I'm not saying that she, but then again, I don't know, man. I don't know the girl personally. Not saying that she paid this man to, take him out. But let me just say, I've seen enough Scandal to know when Olivia Pope needs to be called into this situation. But then again, Olivia Pope will be like, you know what?
We're not going to say, what's that, health insurance? Health insurance fraud?
Health insurance? I don't know, man.
No, because that's what listen, in the States, people have health insurance, and who's the breadwinner? Obviously, he was the breadwinner of his family.
Yeah, it's the man. Yeah,
if
absolutely.
he passes, his wife gets $3 million or $3 billion or whatever $1 million. Yeah, no,
possibly.
So we're not gonna call health insurance Scandal.
Possibly.
That's up to the powers that be to find out if that's true or not.
But again, as I said in the beginning, it ain't got shit to do with me.
It ain't got shit to do with us.
The woman that I voted for, is doing a book tour. Or let me put it this way. I shouldn't say I voted for, but the woman that I would have voted for, if I had the right to vote, is doing a book tour. So, as far as I'm concerned, that's y'all problem right now. Not saying you all, but that's y'all's problem.
Yeah. That's nothing to do with me.
No, bro, we definitely went all the way. No, I know you did. Hey, man. Bro, we went all the way off on a tangent. This ain't even what we were supposed to be talking about.
But we had to talk about it.
We had
to talk about it. This had to be said. Everybody else has already been talked about it.
I know. So, I am happy to see Jimmy Kimmel is back. I'm glad that Jimmy Kimmel said, you know what? F you and the FCC too. But also, call it what you want. I'm also glad that I didn't have to boycott Disney Plus for very much longer because, hey, man, I love me some Disney Plus, okay?
That's it.
So,
all my Marvel stuff's on Disney. I need to watch.
Come on now,
with my Marvel stuff.
Come on now,
keep up with it.
I think Ironheart will be coming out soon, and I mean, I'm actually rewatching Scandal, so that's why I was like, it's giving very much. Hey, bro, look, man, you can't tell me no different. That woman is like the 2020 version of Luna Vargas. You can't tell me otherwise, man. But anyway, on to what we were on to what we originally were supposed to be talking about. So for all my DJs out there, those of you who know, L and I are actually, other than being amazing podcast hosts and 2K junkies, we are also DJs. And it was recently announced. Wait, what?
And have been for years.
Oh yes, very much.
This ain't no new thing. We've been doing this a long time.
Dell's been doing this for what, 20 plus years, man? 10? I feel like I just made you old.
16?
16?
16.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Close
did.
enough. Close
16
enough. I'm
years.
sorry. Damn, I'm really showing you
I
your
started
age.
when I was 20.
I think I was like 22, so not too long after you. So yeah, probably about
Okay.
the same, about 15 years. So yeah, we've been doing this for a minute, and I don't know what Dell started on, but I originally started on when I was being mentored by Jason Sukdale, aka the General. And before I went on to New York, I learned on Technic 1200s and
Nice.
I think it was CDJs. And I learned on Serato Scratch Live. I don't think I've ever had this conversation with you, bro. What did you start on?
I started on CDJ 700s. I started my first booking was I started off doing at a club randomly. Like my boy was like, "Look, bro, they want me to DJ for 3 hours. I can't do a 3 hour set solo." And at the time, I've been with him at the station so many times. So he was like, "Come on, be like my MC." So I jumped on up being his MC for a little bit, hyping the crowd up. And after a while, I was like, "Oh, I can." He goes, "Hey, look, I'm gonna run to the bathroom, just mix a couple songs, whatever." I started mixing and hyping the crowd up at the same time, and he went for like half an hour. And
Damn,
I was
that was
just
a
in there
long bathroom
mixing,
break.
songs. So now half an hour is a lot of time because you know most DJs only play like a minute and a half, 2 minutes of the
That's what I'm
song.
saying. Listen,
Half an hour.
that was a long bathroom break, dog.
Listen,
That was a
bro,
setup.
telling you. But anyway, I started off on CDJs, and then after being on CDJs for about a year, I went and got virtual DJ, the program, and being on that for the longest while, and then started doing record box. Then moved from record box back to virtual because the controller I had bought was mainly for virtual. So yeah.
Yeah. Actually, now that you're saying it, so I should be more specific. When I first started professionally, and I was under Jason's mentorship, it was CDJs. I can't remember um the exact control.
Yeah.
My very first booking, like when I said, I want to try this DJ thing, I was DJing off of iTunes, bro. Like literally.
Hey.
And I did, it was this cruise on the Longtail, right? For all my Bermudians, they know about the Longtail. But it was
Oh,
this
yeah.
cruise, like this
I had my first
summer
wine
cruise.
on a long tail.
Hey man, I got some stories on the Longtail.
I had my first wine on a long tail. Hey, I was in summer camp. What?
But no, I mean, so we're saying all this to say that, like I said, we've been DJing for a minute, so we're not some Johnny come latelys, if you will. Like I said, professionally, I learned on Technic 1200s with Serato Scratch Live, and Serato has always been my go-to, right? I know, I mean, yeah, I did virtual DJ and stuff like that, but in the past week, actually not even just in the past week, but Serato has officially come to the dark side. I want to say maybe a month or two ago, they have introduced Apple Music to streaming through Serato. Now, I believe it was Beat Source or Beatport, SoundCloud. What else was it? Tidal.
Was it
No,
Spotify?
no, Spotify just came on. That's I was getting to that.
Okay.
For the longest time, Serato only had Beatport, Beat Source, and Tidal and SoundCloud as their streaming options. And
Mm-hmm.
then most recently, a couple of months ago, they introduced Apple Music, and then this past week gone, they introduced Spotify. I wanted to get your take on it because some of my DJ bros have hit me up and we've had the discussion about it. So I just want to like get your take on it and go from there. Like I already know how I feel about it, but I will say this: it's also a rumor. And I don't know if you noticed this or heard this, but it's been rumored that eventually record pools are going to be phasing out, and they're actually trying to get rid of record pools. What's your thoughts on that, big bro?
About record pools, I would say it's more of a line of record pools are better for remixes, right? We all, as DJs, we all like the original song. Everyone knows the original song, but to make yourself unique and original as a person, as a DJ, sometimes you need a little mixture. Sometimes you need a little mix, and a lot of DJs are doing pre-made mixes into their mixes, and people thinking they're actually mixing the song right there live when they're not.
See that? See where you going? See you going to you letting out the secrets.
Right.
I keep saying that
I'm
we have to have.
I'm just,
bro, stay focused.
I'm just saying though.
We're supposed to be talking about Spotify and Apple Music now available.
I'm getting back to that. Don't worry.
But we do have to have a conversation
about
like DJ do's and don'ts. We gonna get
facts.
We gonna get to that.
We're gonna get to that. But
I'm sorry.
I feel like with what Serato's doing now is a big opener for DJs, because certain times you can name 1,000 times off your finger. If I had $1 every time a person came up to me and said, "Can you play this song for me?" and I not have it. But now, because Apple Music is going to be a part of Serato, we can actually be like, okay, search Serato. It will search Apple Music and play the song through Apple Music, through Serato, through your speakers, and be able to give the customer what they want. That is the initial beneficial part of DJing. Yes, you still need your own libraries. Yes, you still need your own music. Yes, you still need your own cover songs and mixes and whatever. But with that being said, now it gives the DJ such a wide variety of music, because Apple and Spotify are the two biggest music companies in the world. And now you got both categories where you can just search. It's game over.
Facts. I mean, like, in my personal opinion, I'll be honest, man. Like, I haven't really used Spotify like that, right? I'm sorry, I'm an Apple head. Like, everything.
Same.
I hate to say it, but everything is Apple, right? So, iPhone, iMac, all of that, Apple Watch, all of that. So, of course, and again, like I said, and this is why I said it earlier, when I first started DJing, I started DJing on iTunes. Like, back when you were paying $1.29 for songs, right? So if I was to go back into my library, back into my iTunes library or Apple Music library, and download all the songs that I've collected over the years, you know what I'm saying? So, yes, it's always been Apple. But to me, I agree, right? Although I do have I don't want to say like a mixed review, but I'm kind of like on the fence about both, right? I am excited for Apple Music and of course Spotify to be able to stream via Serato for the case that you just gave, or for the example that you just gave. It's been plenty of times that I've been out DJing and I would get a request for a song, and I hate to break it to anybody out there, and I'm trying to look directly into the camera when I say this. As DJs, we do not have every song. It is not physically possible. Okay? It is not physically possible. But, belonging to record pools, we do try to stay up on top of like, the top 100 and whatnot. But when you're asking for a song that, that's a B-side or that's like a deep cut, I'm like, bro, what you want me to play? Like, that's my immediate reaction. So now with Serato implementing the ability to stream, your entire library, that's great. Now, if you ain't got Wi-Fi, hey man, you might have to use your data.
Listen,
still, I feel like it's a great opportunity.
Oh yeah, I remember when I made the change exactly. I think it was like maybe a month or two before I left, right? And I was DJing down Front Yard of Bermuda. I was DJing down there. And funny thing was, it was my normal Friday, but what happened was a bunch of Latinos came in, people from VR, they came in with they want the cha-cha-cha type. Yes, right?
I was just playing.
Can you play? They come up with the song. No, you good. Listen, that's my jam anyway. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh, I love
But
when whenever somebody asks for that, I just crack up, man.
no, that's my jam. I'll ask for that personally. Listen, but
No, I can't. I gotta tell you a story. That's another DJ story for for another time. I'm sorry. Every time.
all right.
I'm
But
sorry.
yeah, I didn't have no Latino music. I had none.
Right.
And what happened was the guy was like, "Yo, can you play this song, bro? Please, 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 man, can you play this song?" I'm like, "Bro, I don't have this song." And I kept doing that for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I finally was like, "You know what? I'm gonna get Apple Music on you. It's a small mini transaction. So anytime someone was like, "Can you play this song?" I was like, "Let me search. Hold on." Da 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 da. And I searched the song. I'm like, "Oh, I got it. This one, right? By this artist? Yeah, 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 yeah. That's the one. Cool." I've never heard of this song a day in my life. I don't know cuss words. I don't know if it's the original song. It could be a remix. It could be, I don't know nothing about this song, right? But as a DJ, you go with it regardless. And you always have a backup song just in case that song's not the right song, right?
Facts. Facts.
So anyway, I played the song. The whole crowd goes wild, right? So then the next song I played was actually Suavemente. That was the next song I played because that was my backup song. That was my backup song.
Oh my
So
God.
I'm telling you, like is definitely an investment you got to do as a DJ to ensure you have a great crowd, a great time, and a great response from your crowd.
Definitely, man. Like I know. I'll give you another example. Yesterday, I had a DJ booking, and I was well prepared, right? Like it was for women's
Gotta be.
definitely it was for a women's seminar or a women's workshop. And so of course the theme was, all about women and empowerment and all that great stuff. And one of the organizers sent me a list of songs to, kind of goes with the theme, right? Because another thing, now I don't know if you do this, but I know with me, if I have an event coming up, like I already knew because it was a women's event, I already was putting together like a crate or a playlist, like with a lot of, girl power anthems, right?
Yeah.
And the list that she sent had like one or two in there that, I was like, oh, I didn't even think of that. But when I got there, it was even it was even a point where she kind of divvied away from the original, playlist that she sent or the original list that she did. And I was like, oh man, like I need to search for it. And like I said, luckily where I was, the event, I'm sorry, the venue had Wi-Fi. Now, if anything, I would have just used my data, but I was like, bang, just put the name of the song in and Bob's your uncle, right? And the reason why I'm saying that is because, like you said, it's to some or to party goers or whoever, or to the promoters that be booking you. If somebody comes up to now, I personally hate taking requests to an extent. And again, I know this is a conversation for another day, but sometimes I do appreciate it because as a DJ, I don't know about you, but sometimes my mind be going so much and I forget songs that can go
Yeah, for sure.
perfectly with whatever set I'm on. But having that extra tool to be like, all right, well, let me search this up for somebody who requests that, Suavemente song. I'm gonna tell you the joke about Suavemente, but it kind of gives you that extra edge, you know what I'm saying? And to the party goers, you look like a superhero, right? But at the same
Yeah.
time, please don't come up to me every 5 minutes asking me for a request because that would honestly piss me off. Now,
The
the
most
reason
requests is like when people ask you a different genre that you're in. That's what I hate.
that I was actually, and I tell, because for the longest time, right, my wife used to be like, "Why do you hate taking requests so much?" And I gave her that exact example. It's different, and this is why I say I can take a request up to a certain extent. If I'm in an Afrobeat segment, right, do not come up to me asking me to play Britney Spears. Because how the hell? And that's the thing. No, don't get me wrong. I have no problem with playing this. I love playing me some Britney. But if I am playing Afro beats, if I'm playing WizKid,
Toxic. They were toxic.
How the hell am I going to transition from WizKid or from Burna Boy into Your Love Is Toxic? How the hell am I going to do that? I would like to think that I have some type.
Listen, I'll put
super ability to like, you know what I'm saying, like tweak and remix and blend. But how the hell am I going to make that jump?
I'll put it to any DJ to mix that together. To go from Burna Boy Last to Britney Spears Toxic. I dare you.
Listen, hold on.
I triple double dare you. And then quote me so I can see it.
Hold on though.
I don't believe it.
Hold on though. Given that now that Stems has been introduced, well, mostly in Serato. Like I'm not talking about like Record Box because apparently Stems has been out forever. Whatever. We ain't talking to y'all. Okay? I'm talking to Serato users. Given that now Stems has been introduced, you would be surprised. I don't know how now, I don't even know what BPM range they're in, but I wouldn't put it past.
It's not close.
It's not close. Because I was like, listen, if they're like, you know what I'm saying, like, because I think last is like, quote me if I'm wrong. Don't quote me.
76?
No, I want to say it's like in the 80s.
It's 76.
Because it's 76?
It's 76.
Last is 76?
76.
That's crazy.
It's in the 70s. I've played that song so many times, and the way I try to mix that song into other songs, it's so slow.
Only because I feel like, because remember, it goes with, gosh, what is that song? That Tony Braxton song. He wasn't man enough for something. And I could have swore that was like in the 80s range.
No? It's like 70. People speed it up to be in the 80 range. It's 76.
I don't know. I really thought it was like in the 80s range.
And Toxic is like
that's gotta be like 115. I was about to say like what? It's gotta be like 115, 120 in there somewhere.
Yeah, it's like 112, 115-ish.
It's very fast.
It's very fast. So I would listen, if you can mix that, blend that perfectly,
I'll give you $100
on Twitter. Listen, I ain't even got $100. I'll give you $100.
I'm not gonna give you $100. I ain't gonna do that.
I'm just saying, I need to see footage. I'm putting any DJ on any DJ. I don't care who you are. You can sit there and practice for months. If you can make that blend perfect.
Bro, you will get that one mofo that will do that. I promise you will. I promise you will.
Listen. But this,
oh my God.
Back to our conversation. Try and do that live?
God, no.
People, the thing about these new DJs y'all been seeing on Instagram, the club, one bedroom people, or them people.
Them. Yeah.
Them people been practicing them mixes for months before they go into that room and do them. That's not like, oh, this is just random mix.
On the fly.
Let me put this together. Fuck no. Hell to the no. We've been put together, our DJ, 30 years of DJing us together. We can guarantee you that's not on the spot. Never. I've made a couple. Don't get me wrong. I've made a couple on the spot ones that were fire.
I've done it a couple of times. I've done it a couple times.
I've done it a couple of times. But
you're
consistently
right.
As they're doing it, they're producing videos every day.
Yeah, and I think with that new, I guess new wave of DJing, right? I'm glad that's coming back because my biggest pet peeve for the longest, and I'm not trying to throw shade to any DJ out there. Like, you gotta get it how you live it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a couple of DJs, because it's definitely been a couple of times where you can't mix everything. Like, everything doesn't need to be mixed. And yes, you would have to introduce like drop cuts and stuff like that, right? But, you know, like I said, when I was taught how to DJ, I was taught about BPMs and blending and mixing. And then eventually when I moved to New York, that's when the drop cuts and stuff came in. Speaking of, all right, so I gotta tell you this Suavemente story real quick, man, because ever since ever since I said it brought back memories. So when I first moved to New York, right? When I first moved to New York, I was living in Queens, and the young lady that I was going with lived in Brooklyn, and she was Puerto Rican. She was black and Puerto Rican, and
Okay.
there would be times where like she would be like, "Oh, babe, you should DJ at this certain spot." Now, if you've ever been to Brooklyn or if you've ever been to New York, well, actually, very much Brooklyn, or the Bronx, you know that it is a very heavy Puerto Rico Dominican population there, right? So when I first moved there, now I'm talking about when I went there, October. I want to say probably 3 months of living there, right?
Okay.
It was like around, I'll say January, February, and it was at this like little block party type of thing. And this dude when I was DJing kept coming up to me and asking for suavemente. So I'm like, bro, and he couldn't really. I couldn't understand what he was really saying because he's Puerto
Right.
Rican.
The English was bad.
Yeah, like what I'm saying, hey, papi, like like that's as much as I can say. Like, hey, papi, like, and he was like, yo, suavemente, suavemente, yo, you don't know how suavemente. I was like, bro, so of course I'm on the mic, and this is another reason why I don't talk on the mic a lot. So I'm on the mic, and again, like I'm trying to DJ, and I'm like, this dude keep coming up to me. I'm like, bro, me don't have no suave fucking mente. And ever since that, like every time I think of suavemente, it just takes me back to that. Me don't have no fucking suavemente. I don't know if I sounded Puerto Rican or if I sounded Italian, but I was like, I got the fucking song. I have it now, though. I have it now.
No.
What's that suavemente? Like, me not have no fucking suavemente. My girl was looking at, like, what type of fucking accent was that? I was like, I was trying to mimic what he was saying.
Oh my gosh, man.
We have really gone off on a tangent.
For sure.
Okay, we gotta reel it back in. Either way, personally, I'm excited about, Spotify and Apple Music being available on Serato. Sorry. That took me back. But again, like with the record pools, I feel like, it's great to have like the record pools do play a huge part, especially when it comes to like, B-sides and deep cuts and even remixes, right? Because a lot of the remixes that I have now, like I got them from record pools. I didn't get them from iTunes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And some of these remixes go hard
for the DJ remixes.
Yeah,
that's what I was just about to say. For the DJ remixes and the DJ intros and outros.
Yeah,
it makes the DJ's life so much easier. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it's so much easier because having the original song and the intro only being like this small, and you gotta quickly like, okay, I've got 20 seconds, or not even that. You had like 3 seconds to mix a song.
You can always loop it, but I get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
like even with me, like I find like some of the older songs, like from the 90s, I mean, some songs from the 2000s, they have that 16 bar, that 16 bar intro, if you will, before, the next major change happens, right? Or before the verse comes in. But no, I get you. Like, you can call me what you want. I live by intros and outros, bro. Because it definitely helps, especially when I'm mixing. It gives it that extra. What?
Not the song.
Gives it that little extra. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I got you.
Nah, bro, but nah, for real. Like I said, I'm happy about it. I can't wait to see what becomes of it, and I just hope that the record pools. I feel like the record pools are necessary to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's going to be an interesting thing to see. I think it's going to be an interesting thing to see. I know Rusty, shout out to Rusty G, he hit me up about it, and he was like, the record pools are going to like take a hit. And, he's right. It probably is, but I'm hoping that, eventually something can happen. Because I feel like it's the record pools are still needed. You know what I'm saying? Especially
the record pools are still going to be used because DJs still want their music. Record pools are a downloadable service so you can download the music that you want and you can do whatever you want. It's pretty much LimeWire from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Remember LimeWire? Everybody remembers LimeWire.
The only difference
I'm not that old.
No, hell yeah, everybody. LimeWire, FrostWire, hell yeah. Shoot.
Yeah. Napstar?
No, I'm what? not what? What was the other one?
Was it Napstar?
Napster, yeah, Napster. No, I was saying that I wouldn't consider the record pools like LimeWire because that was just pirating music. All right, we were some pirates back in the day. Arr, mate. With the record pools is different. I think with the record pools is like, what's it called? Sometimes it comes straight from the label, sometimes from artists. Then, like you said, DJ edits, and it's also a service that you have to pay for. Because I mean, unless you know of if you know of some free record pools, bro, message me on the side. But I know with me,
but like I was saying, like if it's literally LimeWire. Record pools are literally LimeWire. You can download each song, and it's good for the artists. It's good for the record labels because they're still getting their cuts. LimeWire was literally just pirated. The artist wasn't getting no money from it.
Yeah,
and people was using it, to download whole albums and stuff like that.
But that's the thing. The thing with what's it called? Apple Music and Spotify, it's the same thing because I'm guessing, I don't know if I should say this, but I'm pretty sure that if you stream an artist, that still counts towards their revenue.
It does.
Yeah, so I mean, if you got DJs streaming an artist's song, then yeah, it probably still counts to their revenue, and that's probably why they're trying to eliminate. I probably wouldn't even say that's probably why. That is why they're gonna eliminate the record pools. But
yeah,
again, for me, the record pools, it's beneficial for me when it comes to, like you said, the edits and definitely the intro and outro. But other than that, because I think with me also is the quality of the tracks. Because I think with like Spotify and Apple Music, the bit rate is a little higher than, because I think, it's MP3s. Like when we download from record pools is in MP3 format, and I think the highest is like 320. Right. And then, but when it comes to streaming, I think the bit rate is a little higher, therefore the quality is a little higher.
Quality of the sound is better, yeah.
Yeah, so, it's, like I said in the beginning, it's a catch-22, Personally, I would love to, for the record pools to say, so I can get my intro and outros. If not, then hey man, we gonna be looping. We gonna be looping.
Back to the old school looping.
Back to old school looping. Alright. But yo, thank y'all so much for rocking with this. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
To tell their mom, to tell their aunt, to tell a friend.
To tell their dog. Alright, log on to the website, nofilezonepodcast.com. Become a part of the community, grab some merch, and of course, catch up with us. All right, we will see y'all next time. Y'all be breezy. We out.